This news update is brought to you by
I'm happy. Now I'm gonna take my time. I'm happy. Enjoying myself with lime. I'm happy. Escape from reality. Yay! And let lime take care of me. We're just happy and smiling, doing almost anything, having fun and just living. Shopping, chilling, everything.
Get happy with Barbados' largest and fastest 4G network. Activate any Lime prepaid or postpaid mobile plan today.
This is the Barbados Today evening update for Thursday, October the 23rd, 2014. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. We begin with more reaction to this week's economic performance report from the Central Bank. The Barbados Chamber of Commerce and Industry says it's gravely concerned about the country's sluggish pace of recovery. In fact, the BCCI says the report mirrored that of the second quarter, which showed continued economic trouble, hardly any real activity in generating revenue, decreasing expenditure and growth. BCCI President Tracy Shuffler says this was expected as the third quarter is a less responsive period for the government's fiscal adjustment program. She says if the private sector is expected to lead growth, then the government must create a more supportive business environment. She made it clear that the members cannot survive any additional taxes. Shuffler suggested that the business community can help turn around the situation if VAT refunds earmarked for the sector were updated. Meantime, Standard & Poor's lead analyst for Barbados says the country still has a long way to go in order to get its financial house back in order. Richard Francis tells Barbados Today that while the economic report contained some good news, the bad news was that the island had yet to post any growth halfway through the fiscal year.
The good is, the government has embarked on its, as is well known, on its fiscal adjustment strategy, and it's yielding some results. And I think probably even more importantly, the level of foreign exchange reserves have stabilized. These are relatively good things. I think on the negative, even that they have started on the fiscal consolidation measures, they're still away from target, and they're going to need to do further measures in order to reach their target, which is a pretty ambitious target, truthfully. But you're halfway through the fiscal year, and secondly, there's no growth, which is something that I think needs to happen in order for Barbados to kind of work itself out of the problems that we've seen in the past few years.
The matter in which 15 law enforcement officers have brought a case against the Police Service Commission continued in the High Court today. All sides will have to be back in court again on December 5th following today's pre-trial hearing. The police officers want the court to make a determination on their complaint that they were excluded from a list of promotions 2 years ago. The court has ruled that no further promotions or appointments be made in the force until the ongoing case is determined. The Police Service Commission is represented by Tariq Khan, while Ralph Thorne is appearing for most of the officers. Meanwhile, the Acting Commissioner of Police, Tyrone Griffith, with the backing of the PSC, only last week promoted a number of officers in acting temporary positions. A St. Michael man has been granted $50,000 bail after he pleaded guilty to drug trafficking charges. Anthony Simmons of Hinesbury Road appeared in court today to answer charges of possession with intent to supply, trafficking, and importing 13 pounds of cannabis. He was arrested yesterday after police found 12 packs of compressed cannabis hidden inside a barbecue grill on a wooden pallet which he had cleared at the airport. Simmons will return to court on January 20th next year, pending a pre-sentencing report. In other news now, residents in the St. John constituency have been remembering late Prime Minister David Thompson on the anniversary of his death. Today marks 4 years since the former leader lost his battle with cancer. and residents say the parish has never been the same without him.
Thompson was like a great Prime Minister. You can't do that with Lord. His Lord was good, and he knows bad. We can never find another Prime Minister, and Thompson can't come back. You agree with that?
Up the other day, I went to funeral out there, a friend of mine, and I went out there and I talked with Thompson. Yes, I got to talk Mr. Thompson. I did Thompson, I told where Mr. Thompson did in St. John Church. I went, and I stand up to and I lay down in the coffin, and I talked with him.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
The Barbados Food and Wine and Rum Festival, November 20th to 23rd. Taste the culinary delights of top local and international chefs like Marcus Samuelson, Anne Burrell, Tyler Florence, Roger Mooking, Michael Hines, Dane Sadler, Daphne's Restaurant, and more. The Barbados Food and Wine and Rum Festival, 5th edition, November 20th to 23rd. Visit foodwinerum.com or contact Premier Event Services Inc. at 435-0670. Get your tickets now at Wine World or TicketPal.com.
Over in the Bahamas, the government is calling on residents to desist from causing unnecessary panic in the country over the Ebola virus. This as Minister for the Grand Bahama, Dr. Michael Darville, denied social media claims that there was a patient in the island with the virus.
I'd like to say that there is no Ebola cases in the Bahamas, and there is none on the island of Grand Bahama. There was never any. I would like to just let those individuals know who are putting false information out on social media that it is very detrimental to the image of our country, is detrimental to our tourism industry, and what it has done is creating a false perception that can definitely affect our economy in a negative way. And so we're taking it very seriously.
And finally, health officials in the U.S. today quarantined a 33-year-old physician attached to Doctors Without Borders who recently returned from West Africa. He is currently warded at a New York hospital where he is undergoing tests for the Ebola virus. The possible case of the deadly virus came to light after the New York Fire Department received a call shortly before noon today about a sick person in Manhattan. Reports say the man developed fever, nausea, pain, and fatigue last night, 10 days after he arrived in the country. He has not been out in the public since then, but authorities say they're taking no chances. That's where we end our Barbados Today evening update. We will be back again tomorrow morning. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper and email updates, or like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also tune into Channel 101 on Lime TV to get all the latest news and sports. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a great evening.
This news update is brought to you by
I'm happy. Now I'm gonna take my time. I'm happy. Enjoying myself with lime. I'm happy. Escape from reality. Yay! And let life take care of me. Whoa, we're just happy and smiling. Doing almost anything. Having fun and just living. Whoa, shopping, chilling, everything. With my friends and enjoying. Feeling happy once again. When we having fun, you don't know I like it. You don't know how I like it. Feeling happy, all of we as one. You don't know how I like it. You don't know how I like it. I'm feeling free.
happy with Barbados' largest and fastest 4G network. Activate any line prepaid or postpaid mobile plan today.